everyone. I'm Jim Trimble, coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. It's a pleasure for me to serve as your host on the Official Saving Fund, sponsor of these filmed football highlights. But now, let's get down to business and see some action from our 1953 season.
The up-and-coming Philadelphia Eagles, riding on the crest of a game-winning streak, put on an aerial show the nation's fans will not soon forget as they tag with Steve Owens' New York Giants at Philadelphia's Connie Mack Stadium. In the first period, the Eagles cap a 42-yard drive with a perfect 15-yard field goal from the toe of Bobby Walston to take a 3-0 lead over the New Yorkers, a lead that's still good at the end of the first quarter. With the Philadelphians leading 3-0, ex-VMI great Bobby Thomason goes to work in the second quarter for the Eagles. Bobby Walston gobbles up his spot pass and sprints away from two Giant defenders as if they were standing still. Walston crosses the goal line to complete a 62-yard pass play, then adds the point to put the Eagles ahead 10-0 over the Giants. After the Giants are forced to punt, the Eagles go right back to work. Thomason passes them to the 27, and from there winds up and throws over the goal line to Pete Pihos for the second Philadelphia touchdown. Walston again performs on the placement, and at the half, it's Eagles 17, Giants nothing. The Eagles are in their element today, and Bobby Thomason keeps them there in the third quarter. He pitches a perfect pass to Bobby Walston, and the former Georgia Bulldog bolts down the sidelines to the Giants' 21. Thomason switches targets, but keeps coming up with bullseyes as he hits Bob Schnelker on the New York 14. Once again, Thomason connects with Schnelker, and the Eagles are on the Giants' 7. On the next play, that Thomason to Pihos combination spells poison to the Giants and touchdown to the Eagles as Thomason completes his third payoff pitch to put Philadelphia into a 23-0 lead over New York. On the ensuing kickoff, the Giants stir up a storm of their own, taking Al Pollard's placement on his own 16. New York's Frank Gifford reminds Southern California fans of his collegiate days as he streaks upfield on a 48-yard run back that puts the Giants in business on the Eagle 36. The Giants have a real threat going. Chuckin' Charlie Connerly winds up and fires over the middle to Bill Stribling, and it's first down Giants on the Eagle 17. The Eagles are out for a shutout. They pile up Sonny Grandelius short of the necessary yardage on the next series of plays and take possession on down. Possession of the ball is all the Birds need today. Once more they take to the wing on the arm of Bobby Thomason. He lets go a long one. Pete Pihos stretches, has it, and gets all the way to the Giant 20 before he's hauled down. Before they can run another play, the third quarter ends, but the first play of the final period finds Thomason throwing and Jerry Williams catching as the Eagles move to the Giant 14. Thomason finds Bobby Walston, a willing receiver, for his fourth touchdown toss as he passes the Eagles into a 30-0 lead and writes a new record for passing yardage into the Eagle archives. The Eagles have this one in the deep freeze, but the Giants won't hold still for a shutout. Kyle Rote of SMU fame barrels to the Eagle 37 on a nifty end sweep. From the 32, Charlie Connerly surveys the situation, then sends an aerial goalward. Frank Gifford fields it and races into the end zone to put the Giants on the scoreboard at 30-7. But the day belongs to the Eagles and to Bobby Thomason in particular, who passed for 4 touchdowns and a cool 437 yards. The high-flying Philadelphia Eagles, who of late have displayed more scoring punch than any professional team in the circuit, are out to make the Baltimore Colts their 5th successive victims. The Colts band, along with some 5,000 fans, followed the Baltimore 11 to Philadelphia to see if their heroes could clip the Eagles' wings. On the opening kickoff, it appears as if the Colts might do just that. Buddy Young, the mighty midget from Illinois, fields the ball 4 yards deep in the end zone. Young, the smallest back in professional football, makes the biggest kickoff return of the year and the second best in the history of the National Football League. This tremendous 104-yard scoring scamper by Buddy Young puts Baltimore in front 7-0. The stunned Eagles recover and spread their wings in quest of a score. Bob Thomason whips a 47-yard pass to Skippy Giancanelli, who takes it at the 10, and over he goes as the Philadelphians fight back to knot the count at 7-7. In the second quarter, Bobby Thomason engineers another Eagle assault. His faking fools our cameraman and the Colts, but not Bob Walston, who shags the pass for a 27-yard pickup. More Eagle aerial antics pay off. Thomason tosses a tremendous 56-yard pass to end Pete Pijos, the league's leading pass receiver, and it spells touchdown Philadelphia. The Quaker City 11 leads 14-7. The Colts, held in check by a stone-like Philadelphia defense, surrender the ball again, and the Eagles, with Jerry Williams carrying, are off once more. Jim Farmer supplies the power that carries the Eagles to the Baltimore 24. Bobby Thomason, who has thrown more touchdown passes than any quarterback in the league, chalks up his 15th of the season. It's a beauty, going 24 yards to Don Johnson, who makes a fine reception for the score. This touchdown boosts the Eagles of Coach Jim Trimble into a 21-7 lead at the end of the first half. The third period is scoreless, but there's action aplenty in the final quarter. The Eagles' Skippy Giancanelli starts things off with a 30-yard trip into Baltimore territory. Bobby Thomason keeps the ball moving with a 10-yard toss to Bob Walston. The Colts stop the Eagles on the 15, but they can't stop Bob Walston's field goal that raises the ante to 24-7 in favor of Philadelphia. The Colts attempt to come back by passing. Jack Del Bello throws, but the toss boomerangs when big Chuck Bednarik, the Eagles' all-pro center, intercepts. Bednarik makes like a halfback as he returns all the way to the Baltimore 4. The Eagles waste no time in capitalizing on Bednarik's interception. Don Johnson slams over for the score. The Philadelphians lead now 31-7. Working from a spread formation, the Colts give their rooters something to cheer about. Jack Del Bello uncorks a long heave that drops into the eager hands of Bert Retchishar. Retchishar ramps unmolested into the end zone to score for the Colts, but Baltimore still trails 31-14. The Eagles bounce right back with some scoring fireworks of their own. Don Johnson takes a pitch out, bolts by the Colts and into the clear. Johnson, a fast-stepping rookie from California, opens up and goes 67 yards to score his third touchdown of the day. This makes it 38-14, Eagles over the Colts. It's been a hectic fourth quarter for Baltimore, and things are not finished yet. Jack Del Bello passes, and again Chuck Bednarik jolts the Colts with an interception. Bednarik races 26 yards to score the first touchdown of his pro career. This caps off a very successful afternoon for the Philadelphians as they clobber the Colts 45-14.
Fans, I'd like to take time out for just a few seconds to introduce a friend of mine. He's Mr. Francis P. Burns, president of Beneficial Saving Fund, a real Eagles rooter and a lover of all sports. Mr. Burns?
Thanks, Jim. It's my pleasure to appear here in conjunction with the showing of these Eagles football films. I hope the folks in the audience enjoy watching as much as we of Beneficial enjoy sponsoring the showings.
I hope so too, Frank. But one thing I'm sure of is that they'll enjoy saving at Beneficial.
Yes, thousands of depositors enjoy the courtesy and convenience of saving at Beneficial Saving Fund, founded in 1853, one of the oldest savings institutions in America. The main office, here at 12th and Chestnut Streets in Philadelphia, is a familiar downtown landmark for the many people using these busy thoroughfares. It stands at the head of a list of 7 beneficial offices conveniently located throughout Philadelphia, all dedicated to offering you the finest in complete savings bank service. And now, let's return to the gridiron for more action. The red-hot Philadelphia Eagles, with 5 straight victories to their credit, square off against the Chicago Cardinals in Connie Mack Stadium. The Cardinals are out for revenge of an earlier 56-17 defeat at the hands of the Eagles, but all they get is more of the same. It starts right away as the Eagles' Thomason pegs to Don Johnson. He's down to the Cards' 20, fumbles, but recovers for a Philadelphia first down. From the 15, Jim Farmer takes the pitch out from Thomason and picks his way through the Cardinals to another first down on the 3-yard line. On 4th down, Frank Ziegler supplies the payoff plunge, and at the midway point in the first quarter, the Eagles have a 7-0 advantage over the Cardinals. Chicago can hold the ball for only 4 downs. Then the Eagles roll again. Bobby Thomason makes it look easy as he hoists a perfectly placed 37-yard pass that Skippy Giancanelli fields on the goal line to score again for Philadelphia. Now it's 14-0 Eagles. With Jim Root firing the furnace, the Cardinals try to get up steam in the second quarter. Root passes, but Chuck Bednarik makes a one-handed stop and hauls in the ball to intercept for Philadelphia, and the Eagles are on the Chicago 25. 6 more yards is all the Cards will yield, but that's close enough for Bobby Walston, and his perfect placement puts the Eagles into a 17-0 lead over Chicago. Again, the Cards are held to only 4 downs, and the Eagles' smooth offense swings into action. Thomason pitches for the sideline. Jerry Williams has it, and Philadelphia's on the Cardinal 21. Jerry Williams tries the left side of the line, finds a hole, and hot foots it to the Chicago 1. On the next play, Williams bends the middle far enough to tally for the Eagles' 3rd touchdown. Walston boots the extra point, and the Eagles lead the Cardinals by a one-sided 24-0 at halftime. Early in the 3rd period, the Cardinals get a threat going. Jim Root goes back to pass, gets away from the Eagle defenders, and fires to Don Stonecipher, who's down on the Philadelphia 18 in a play covering 33 yards. His lateral fails to beat the whistle. On 4th down, the Cardinals are back to the 25. Jim Root passes for the far corner, but it's off the mark, and the threat dies as the Eagles take over. After stalling a Philadelphia drive on their own 11, the Cardinals again try to move through the air. Root hurls a long pass upfield. Johnny Olszewski juggles the ball, and the alert Tom Brookshire grabs it. He fumbles, but Bob Hudson falls on it, and the Eagles are again in charge, this time on their own 37. Jerry Williams gets a running assignment and rips up the middle for 14 yards to put the ball at midfield. The Eagle attack carries to the 18, and Bobby Thomason keeps it going with a pass to Jerry Williams on the Cardinal 3, where it's goal to go for Philadelphia. On the next play, Jerry Williams provides an acrobatic line plunge that's good for his 2nd touchdown. Walston converts, and the Eagle margin soars to 31-0 over the Cardinals as the 3rd quarter ends. Late in the final period, with Bob Gambold now in at quarterback, the Eagles bid for still another score. Don Johnson turns the right flank and races for 25 yards to the Chicago 34. Bob Gambold, the rookie from Washington State, tries his passing arm. Toy Ledbetter shags it and races to the Cardinal 4-yard line. With only 5 seconds to play, Gambold pitches out to Johnson, who outruns the right side of the Cardinal line to cross the goal line as the gun sounds, ending the game. The conversion is good, and the Eagles shut out the Cardinals 38-0 in a great display of offensive and defensive power. The Philadelphia Eagles went gunning for their 7th consecutive victory at the Polo Grounds, but they found those unpredictable New York Giants real troubleshooters. The Eagles had battered the Giants in a previous engagement, so the New Yorkers set this game up as a grudge contest. That's exactly how the Giants begin, as Charlie Connerly passes 28 yards to Frank Gifford, and the ball's on the Eagle 20. Frank Gifford holds the spotlight again as he sprints all the way to the Philadelphia 1-yard line. Gifford is given the honors, and over he goes to score for New York, giving the Giants a 7-0 jump on the Eagle. The Philadelphians fight back. Jerry Williams rips off a 13-yard gain to put the ball in the New York 37. Bob Thomason, eagle-eye Eagle quarterback, shoots a 34-yard toss to Bob Walston, and it's goal to go for Philadelphia from the New York 3. The final 3 yards are provided by Frank Ziegler on a vaulting somersaulting maneuver. That makes the game a 7-7 standoff. Fumbleitis plagues the Eagles in the second quarter as a handoff goes astray, and the New Yorkers' John Kennedy recovers on the Philadelphia 1-yard line. Giant fans whoop it up as they watch Kyle Rote tote for a touchdown, and now New York leads again, 14-7. The resurgent Eagles strike back through the air. Thomason rifles a pass to glue-pawed Pete Pihos that nets 16 yards. Bob Thomason, who's noted for touchdown tosses, performs his specialty here, and it's a beauty going 33 yards to Jerry Williams for the score. At halftime, it's a tie game, 14-14. The third quarter finds the Giants showing no love for the team from the city noted for brotherly love. Emlyn Tonnell loots a Thomason toss to put the New Yorkers in business on the Philadelphia 41. That's the cue for Connerly to come on to the set. Chuck and Charlie makes an immediate hit as he teams up with Kyle Rote on a 30-yard aerial act that puts the Giants on top again. The New Yorkers fail to convert, but they lead 20-14. Once more, the Eagles are forced to come from behind as they waste no time starting. Thomason chucks 12 yards to Bob Walston. It's that man Thomason making Murray at the expense of the Giants' umbrella defense. This heave travels 22 yards to Don Johnson for a touchdown. The Eagles add the point to take the lead for the first time, 21-20. Later, the Eagles try to buy some insurance points, but the Giants' Tom Landry won't sell the policy. Landry picks off a Thomason toss, and it's New York's ball on the Philadelphia 25. It's the Giants' turn to come from behind, and they do. Charlie Connerly, enjoying his best day of the season, throws 25 yards to Kyle Rote, and New York's on top again, 27-21. The lead has already changed hands 5 times, and it changes again here. The Eagles' Don Johnson explodes through the New York secondary. Johnson plays the part of the Giant killer on a sensational 63-yard scoring scamper. That puts Philadelphia in front, 28-27. In the final period, the Giants remove all the stoppers. Connerly pitches out to Gifford, who throws a running jump pass to Ray Pelfrey. Pelfrey makes a circus catch and is finally dragged down on the Eagles' 32 after completing a 21-yard play. The Giants, bitter rivals of the Eagles, would like nothing better than to pull this game out of the fire. Charlie Connerly just escapes 3 grasping linemen as he passes goalward. Eddie Price grabs it on the 10, and over he goes. Now the Giants have come from behind to capture a 34-28 edge over the Eagles. Later, the Giants' Randy Clay puts the ball game on ice with a 17-yard field goal as the Giants upset the Eagles in a thrill-packed 37-28 battle.
Jim, it seems to me that public interest in the Eagles grows greater every year.
Yes, that's true, Frank. And we're certainly indebted to our many wonderful fans for their continuing and growing interest. Incidentally, speaking of interest in the Eagles, I'd like you to know that a number of our players have savings accounts at Beneficial Saving Fund. I have an account there myself, and it's always a pleasure to come in and do business with your people. Since I am downtown quite a bit, I use your main office at 12th and Chestnut Streets. A number of the players use a beneficial branch nearest their homes, and they all say the same thing. They really appreciate the courteous, friendly, and complete service offered by your bank, Beneficial Saving Fund. I'm sure that many of our fans in the audience would appreciate this service too.
The Philadelphia Eagles were out to clinch second place in the Eastern Conference, while the hometown Washington Redskins were determined to put the brakes on the high-scoring Birds and move into a tie for second place. The Eagles get off to a flying start with Bobby Thomason pitching to Jerry Williams for a first down on the Eagle 32. From his 39, Thomason skips back through the mud and pegs a perfect pass to Pete Pihos that's good for 20 to the Redskin 41. On 4th down, the Eagles attempt a field goal from the 37, but Bobby Walston tops the ball, and the Philadelphia threat dies. Later in the first period, the Redskin machine moves with little Eddie LeBaron at the controls. Eddie sends a high pass to Paul Decker that's good for a first down on the Washington 27. From the 30, LeBaron takes the high road again. Long, lean Bones Taylor is the target, and the Redskins are at midfield. A penalty brings the ball to the Eagle 40. In spite of the treacherous footing, Julie Reikovich works the middle for 10 yards and a first down on the 30. After a loss of 8, LeBaron makes it all up with some despair by pitching the muddy pigskin to Charlie Justice, who goes out of bounds at the Eagle 29. Eddie LeBaron keeps the threat alive by hoisting a sideline pass to Hugh Taylor, and the Redskins are on the Philadelphia 13. On the next play, LeBaron steps back and passes for the payoff. But the Eagles' Tom Brookshire queers the pitch with a leaping interception for a touchback that gives the Eagles the ball on their own 20. At halftime, the muddy battle is still a scoreless tie and remains so through most of the rain-drenched third and fourth periods. With about 6 minutes left to play and the field a treacherous swamp, LeBaron passes the Redskins upfield as he hits Paul Decker on the Washington 42. The Washington tribe stays on the warpath as Paul Barry gallops through the goo for 21 yards before being brought to a sliding halt on the Eagle 37. From the 32, it's Paul Barry again skating around right end to rack up a soggy first down for the Redskins on the Eagle 20. With less than 4 minutes left in the game, the Skins call on Bullet Bill Dudley. The old pro delivers a perfect field goal for the first score of the game, giving Washington a 3-0 lead over Philadelphia. There's still time for the Eagles to pull this one out of the fire. Bobby Thomason lets go a long pass, but Don Dahl swipes the ball, and the Redskins are once again in possession. With 2 minutes left to play, Washington fails to make a first down and is forced to give up the ball as Sam Baker punts from the Eagle 45. The Eagles take over on their own 14. Working from a spread, the Eagles make a last-ditch attempt to score, but the interception bug bites again as Harry Dowda picks off Adrian Burke's pass and splashes into the end zone. The Redskins hand the Eagles their first shutout in 10 years and move into a tie for second place in the Eastern Conference with a 10-0 victory. The Cleveland Browns, professional football's only undefeated team, moved into Connie Mack Stadium in Philadelphia, expecting to notch their 12th straight victory against the Eagles. And it looks like an easy one as the Browns take the opening kickoff and move right into Philadelphia territory. Otto Graham flips a screen pass to Marion Motley, and the big fullback thunders all the way to the Eagle 10. On the next play, Ray Renfro slices off tackle and sprints over the goal line as the Cleveland Browns take a 7-0 lead over the Eagles. Near the end of the first period, the Eagles' Bobby Thomason, while attempting to pass, loses his grip on the pigskin and fumbles. Cleveland's Len Ford recovers to give the Browns another scoring opportunity. Ray Renfro sweeps right end for 18 yards to give the Clevelanders a first down on the Eagle 13. Stacked up by the Eagle defense, the Browns call on their ace in the hole, Lou Groza, and he delivers an 18-yard field goal to give Cleveland a comfortable 10-0 bulge at the end of the first period. Early in the second quarter, the Eagles come alive on the pinpoint pitching of Bobby Thomason. He hits Don Johnson, and the hard-running Californian carries to the Browns 17. On second down, Thomason steps back again, spots Pete Pihos in the end zone, and fires a touchdown strike to put the Eagles on the board at 10-7. Then, to the delight of the largest crowd ever to see the Eagles at Connie Mack Stadium, the Philadelphians come right back. Al Pollard fields the Thomason pass and moves to the Cleveland 25. Thomason's right arm spells more trouble for the Browns as Jerry Williams takes another aerial that set the Eagles up on the Browns' 3. Several plays later, Thomason sneaks over for the score, and the amazing Eagles lead the mighty Browns 14-10. With less than a minute left in the half, the Browns' Otto Graham unfurls a tremendous 50-yard heave to Ray Renfro, who makes the grab for a first down on the Eagles' 38-yard line. With only seconds remaining, the Browns draw within 1 point on Lou Gross's field goal. But at halftime, the Eagles still lead 14-13. Cleveland takes care of that right away as the second half opens. Graham pegs to Darrell Brewster, and the huge end lopes all the way to the Eagle 8 before going out of bounds. From there, Graham flips a short pass to Ken Carpenter. Carpenter gets a key block, and over he goes as the Browns regain the lead, 20-14. But the Eagles, playing their greatest game of the season, slam right back. After passing them to midfield, Thomason sends a pass to Don Johnson in the left flat, and Johnson jars the Browns for a 26-yard pickup to the Cleveland 28. From there, the Eagles' passing master fires a perfect toss into the arms of Jerry Williams for 14 yards and a first down on the 14. Again, Thomason goes back, skips away from a tackler, and pegs to Toy Ledbetter. Ledbetter shakes off a Burley Brown and steps over the goal line. Now the Eagles take the lead, 21-20. Moments later, Cleveland's Otto Graham loses the handle on the snap from center. Vic Sears flops on the ball, and the Eagles take over on the Browns' 42-yard line. Before the capacity crowd can catch its breath, the Eagles strike goalward. Pete Pihos pulls in Thomason's pass and carries to the Browns' 11. From the 2, Don Johnson smacks across and scores. The Eagles now lead 28-20. Early in the fourth quarter, the Eagles are at it again. Don Johnson, the spark plug in the Birds' powerful running attack, slices through for 14 yards to the Browns' 42. Thomas immediately switches to the air. Skippy Giancanelli makes the grab for a first down on the Cleveland 18. Seconds later, Toy Ledbetter lowers his head and rams over from 3 yards out to put the Eagles in front, 35-20. The Eagles want some insurance, and it isn't long before Jerry Williams starts things off with a timely 18-yard jaunt to the Browns' 17-yard line. From there, Thomason performs a bit of clever faking. Bob Walston, standing in the end zone, finally ends up with the ball, and the Eagles fly away to a 42-20 lead. In the final minutes, George Ratterman replaces Otto Graham at quarterback. After completing 2 in a row, Ratterman tosses an 18-yarder to Darrell Brewster for a first down on the Birds' 19-yard strike. The ex-Notre Dame signal caller then fires to Dante Lavelli. The ball is deflected, but Lavelli makes the grab to scurry over the goal, but it's far from enough as the Eagles ruin the Browns' bid for an undefeated season with a 42-27 shellacking. You've just witnessed the highlights from the 1953 season of the Philadelphia Eagles, brought to you by friendly Beneficial Saving Fund, with 7 conveniently located banking offices to serve you.
Beneficial Saving Fund makes saving money lots of fun. You'll like their pleasant, friendly way.
Help you save for a rainy day.
At Beneficial Saving Fund.